Hello, everybody. Good morning. Well, I guess it depends on where you are. Some places it's already afternoon. And my goodness, we can have people joining us internationally. So wherever you are, what time it is, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. And today I am in the Take Five Friday Friends event, and so that's a Facebook group. I'm streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you see comments, coming across or me answering people who you don't see anybody saying anything like that, that's why. That's the only reason. So I hope you've been having a wonderful day. It's starting to warm up in a lot of places, although I hear that they've had snow again in places. So, you just never know. Spring can take a long time to get to some of our places that people live, right? So, excuse me. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to do some more tags. I worked on that yesterday in an event, and I thought I would go back and work on a junk journal today, but I had tags still on my table, and I thought, hey, why not? Plus, I was tired. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Sue, Jeanie, Estella, Molly. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Let me see. So we're going to work on some tags. I've got them laying out here. We worked on those just yesterday in a different event that I was in, and that's always so fun. That is fun to work on tags because it's just little small mini projects, right? And so when you're doing a little small mini project, that can be a lot of fun. So let me know where you guys are watching from today. I think I heard Susan asking that too, but that's always fun to know where people are, watching from. Where are you? And if you're on Facebook and you're not seeing the little red live button up in the corner, then then you are probably watching on replay. So let me move down here. Let me move you down to the desk. Let me move a little junk out of the way so that you can see what's going on. And there we go. I'll put myself up in the circle. And then we've always got stuff in the way. Let me see here. I think that I am zoomed in pretty close today, so hopefully I'll be able to remember to keep myself here in the frame so you can see what's going on. I got lots of goodies here. Some are from I still left out from yesterday. This was a paper pack that has just been sitting around in the on my shelves for a while. I think it was one of those things I thought, that's really cool, I'm going to save it, and how that goes. You save the things, and do you ever use them? Probably not. You sometimes forget they're even there, right? Martha says she's watching in her recliner. There you go. Oh, thanks, Molly. Hey, Martha. So, you guys, I hope that you're warm and cozy wherever you are. Hope if you're somewhere where it's not cold or where it's starting to get warm, hope you're not too hot. Some of us have that problem as well, right? Oh, Donna, isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Janet, hey, thanks for joining us, you guys. And Sue says it's still cold and snowy, snow on the ground in Michigan. Yeah, those northern places up there, they stay cold a little bit longer than what the rest of us like. I know how that goes. So here's what we got to start with. I still had this one and this is why I thought, well, I might as well start with some other tags, because I had some pieces still cut. And you guys, this is like chipboard, because a lot of times I'll use chipboard for the insides when I am making a journal cover. You don't have to, have this on hand. I usually buy it in squares that are 12 by 12, and then I've got it if I need it. But a lot of times, and usually one square of that is enough to make a journal cover, the insides. But you don't have to do that. You can layer up some things like boxed foods, like I don't know, like macaroni and cheese and pasta boxes and pasta, things like that. Things that are in boxes already, because when you do that, you already have an automatic spine made for you. You can, and some boxes are a little bit, wider on the side. So you use the front and the back of the box, and then you've got a ready-made spine when you're using, boxes like that. So, but you don't have to have the chipboard, you guys. But I had some scraps, and that was what I was thinking, they're just laying around. My husband keeps saying, aren't these trash? Aren't these trash? No, they're not trash. Don't throw those away. I don't want them thrown away. So here we've got these already. So let's go ahead, and as long as we've just got this chipboard here, let's see what else we could do. And you end up layering so much of it. So for a small little, you know what? Let's use this for one of the small ones. Or we might could just, maybe, I hate to use the same one on everything. Just because that's the way I am. A pizza box lid. Oh, a pizza box lid. You could, if it doesn't have, if it hasn't touched your pizza and gotten nasty, sometimes it ends up with stuff on the pizza boxes around here. Oh, you guys, I had a friend who, one day she was going out to the trash, and she had 3 kids too. She was going out to the trash. I've got so much stuff on here. See, this is why those little things that you can get even at Dollar Tree that are kind of a little silicone spatula, some of them are made to use for makeup. And this is just a cheapo knife, and I was using it yesterday. I didn't get it wiped off, and I mean, that stuff is like permanent. I was using it with my gel matte medium here. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to smear a little bit on here. What was I telling you? Oh, so my friend, she was taking, the trash out one day in their pizza box, at least one, and she gets out there, and she realizes that this pizza box is kind of making a little bit more noise than it should. And she opens it up, and the kids have left one of her good table knives in there. And she had, really nice stainless steel that, she had a wedding, a bridal shower in the South with a family who, her husband's family went to, had a lot of friends at church, and they they had this huge wedding shower, and she had this fantastic like list, the list that people buy stuff from, and she had gotten, oh my goodness, the dishes and stuff and silverware she had just was incredible. And stainless steel silverware comes in different qualities, just like everything has a different level of quality, and that was, silverware is no different. Well, she had a fairly pricey set of stainless steel, and so she said she couldn't figure out why she was always losing knives. She said every time she turned around, it was like one of her good table knives was gone. Well, it was so funny because I always thought spoons were always what went missing at our house. So, come to find out, yeah, her kids had been leaving knives in pizza boxes probably. So you always got to check what's going out in the trash, right? Oh my goodness. I love this color, as you might guess. So we've got one. Where'd that one go? Oh, here it is. So we've got this one, and it's got some of these, blue colors in it. Why don't we make this small one, and it's got, just more of this plain color, and I think I'll put it over here. Let me see which side I want it on. Maybe I'll just set it on this side. So if you put your glue or, whatever you're using, I really do like matte medium. I like the gel. It's thick. It feels good. And, sometimes just use what you have. Use what you have, people. And right now, I don't need to put anything on the top of this. As we layer some stuff on, you might want to. And I like to rub it on with my fingers because I can just feel where it is. And then that way, it doesn't get too thick either. So just rub it on. I don't know. I've liked doing that for quite a while. How many of you like to kind of get things on texture? Are you a messy crafter and you like to use your hands and you don't care if they get dirty? Or do you like to be super neat? Let me know. Hey, Angela. Oh, yes, Jet. Isn't that fun? Such fun paper. Okay. I'm just going to cut this one like this off. Somebody was making something the other day and I saw them getting ready to cut a piece and turn it over. And they did something similar to this and I thought, oh man, I sure hope that you, that whatever it was that their piece was, I was thinking, I sure hope that it is the same on both sides, because if it's not, you got to be careful about that. So, you know, it depends on which side you're going to do. Like this one is, I think that this is a little bit off on this one side. So if I was just going to take this and I was going to flip it over like this or something, it needs to be the same. So where I want this on here and I flip that paper, then I would want to flip this as well. And so you can't use, you know, your top side and flip paper over backwards. You want to flip your paper over backwards because then if you mark on it, then, you know, that's super, you know, easy to see to cut if it's a, you know, single-sided paper. But I've had this forever. I think I did have the front of it. It was called something like something metal or something. And I thought, I haven't done anything that looked kind of masculine in a long time. And I thought that would be fun. Now we might want to still pull off some things here. Oh, I feel like I've done a ton of talking and I just saw what time it is. Well, I can talk a lot. I can say a lot. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let's see what we've got going on here. And then these I already did. I already did these the other day. I like this with this little bulb pin in here. And I went ahead and I just kind of inked over this so it wasn't so bright. But, you know, just something a little bit unexpected. Just words, text, you know, pieces of text, pieces of trim, whatever. Yesterday we did our theme in yesterday's event, or wasn't a theme. You were supposed to have a secret element, and the secret element was to use cardboard or chipboard. And so actually, you know, I already made the tags out of you know, out of whatever, chipboard. Talking is hard. All right, let's get going. So we made this one and we just put this right over the top of this color. And then it was kind of dull and icky, and I went ahead and I just inked it a tiny bit. Let's see what this will look like if we put some of that paper here. Oh, we could use this for a nice tearing edge. Here we go. But this is some of that Tim Holtz tissue. And it's made to be used like for decoupage and things like that. I have some other ones too. They're more kind of spring-like or whatever. I usually try to pick up things like this when they have them on sale. Like Joann's in our area, the Joann stores have the nicest selection of Ranger and Tim Holtz things than anywhere else in, you know, around here. And you know, I don't know if you guys, if you have anywhere that you can shop at a big box store, you know, like a craft store like that. I'm wondering if you too have noticed what you know, they have just dwindled down the things that are, what was I gonna say? The designers and the big names in kind of the craft industry, they've just gotten to where they don't carry as much of those things as they do their own brand of items. So, you know, it's kind of sad when you like some of those other, you know, the other people, the other designers, but you can't even do that. What are you doing that noise for, little dog? Big dog. Did you hear? I think he heard things out in the front and he's barking. Big trucks and stuff will go by and he doesn't like that. He's picky. He's part Blue Heeler and part Great Dane. So he's kind of a big dog. He is really a big baby. And I've never been around either of those kinds of dogs before. But I guess, you know, he really does have a temperament and act like Great Dane. And my daughter was telling me, you know, it was just so, he just makes the funniest faces, you guys, for a dog. The way he does his eyes and stuff is just hilarious. He is one funny guy. Okay, I'm going to lay that down. Whoop! About to lose my paper. I'm going to turn it around here because it's got a big one. Who knows? You know, it may not even show, but we'll at least get it on there going the right direction. And then we're going to put this on, and then that paper, that tissue kind of melts away. Now, I made some the other day and did kind of a mixed media piece, and I don't know if you remember, but the some of the tissue, I didn't get enough, you know, of my medium on, and the tissue just really stayed looking white. And this one, it looks like it's going to kind of do the same thing. It probably just depends on, you know, how much stuff you get on, and if what you're using is kind of wet. I would imagine if I would have used, you know, more glue or something that had more liquid to it, that it would be, you know, it would have covered up more. I'm not kind of sad about that. Maybe I don't want all of that. Well, now it's too late. Too late. I like that paper. I really have been trying to refrain from dipping my fingers in there. I'm gonna have it torn. Will be nice and wrinkly. Oh my goodness. Alright. I think I'm just gonna try and tear some of that off. You could use a file if you want to. Let's just see if we can't tear some off. And we could use a file to kind of, you know, buff off the rest, so to speak. Oh my goodness. And if you liked some of that, you could just lay it on top anyway, but I think that paper has got enough going on already. I know, Sue, isn't it right? What is chipboard? Jeanie, chipboard is kind of like it's like a cardboard, but it's more pressed. It's more pressed down, and it doesn't have like the corrugated part in between. And so, you know, it's just, you know, and a lot of times they use this kind of stuff, like if you buy a pack of scrapbook paper, or sometimes if you have a package that has the, oh, what am I trying to say? The sticky stuff along the top to hold them all together. Sometimes they'll have a kind of a lighter weight piece of chipboard on the back. It just gives it something sturdier to, you know, to hang on to. So it's just basically a cardboard type thing. But thanks for asking. I love to fill your... Angela says she loves to fill up her trash can while crafting. It makes her feel like she's accomplished a lot. Oh my gosh, that is too funny, because my husband was walking around the other day and he was going, well, here's trash here, here's trash here, because it was, we actually have trash collection twice a week where we are. And so he's going around trying to get all of that, and he goes, well, you know, you've got a bunch in your craft room. And I go, leave that alone, because I can't find my yellow scissors, and I don't know if they have, you know, fallen down in there. You guys, I should probably work more instead of so much talking. I'm sorry. So he was saying, you know, well, I'll help you look for it. And he brings it to the other trash can, and while he is you know, looking through, as we start to dump I said, well, it wouldn't be any, it's not going to be any lower than this. So let's just go ahead and, finish dumping. And so he looks in there and he goes, you had all of that? I'm just like, so yeah, I'm like, oh, yes, I've been in there a lot. And I have. But I just thought that was funny. Okay. So, you just dip and dab and just put stuff on. And sometimes if you want to make sure that it's on there good, you can use, if I wanted to, I could use some glue stick to get these on. I love the way that our friend Christy here in Take 5, our other Christy, I'm going to say a lot of people call me the other Christy. I'm going to say she's the other Christy because I'm definitely way older than she is. So I'm going to call her the other Christy. So, and I don't even know what that had to do with anything. Oh my word. See, this is a problem with talking so much on these things. You just lose your concentration. What the heck was I going to say? Oh, I need somebody to help keep me on track, you guys. I must need that. Oh my goodness. So Jet was saying that she lost peace. Oh, yes, you can lose the things and they might be stuck to you. Or you get up and there they were. They fell right under your feet, but you didn't look there because you were busy. I know. And sometimes when you look for things, sometimes they're, right where you looked. And that is really maddening to me. Super duper. Okay, now I've got a whole bunch of other things out. I've got some more of those people things. I tell you what, though, Ranger and Tim Holtz have great things for ephemera to use for anything like this. This, I got a pack of this. This, I waited. If you ever go to Hobby Lobby, this is their brand, the Paper Studio. And when, a while back, I don't even remember how long it's been. It seems like forever that no, Martha, I did not find my yellow scissors yet. They were not in the trash. I wonder if I've got a pile of stuff over here, and I'm kind of wondering if that's where they are. I haven't got under there yet, but oh my goodness. So the Paper Studio, okay, that's their brand. And at Hobby Lobby, almost so many categories of things will be on sale every other week. So I waited, so I found these and I thought, well, they're not on sale, I'm not buying them. And so I went in like a couple of weeks and I thought, is this really how this goes? Because I've kind of watched other things that I wanted to buy, and if it wasn't on sale that week, I'd go back like the next week. And yes, that does seem to be how they do that. So if you, find something like this and it's not on sale, if you, have one close enough that you kind of keep track, then, go back the next week. But this is, this has got some really fun stuff in it. And they have things that are brighter colors. They all don't look, so vintage. Most of Tim Holtz things they have a real vintage feel to them. So if you like that kind of stuff, that is somebody, that you might turn to for some fun things. And you can find his stuff online too. And the little, the pictures of people, those are fun. He's always got some. And a lot of things that he has, the packages, they'll have two sizes. They'll have one size that's a little bit larger, and then they'll have one that's a little bit smaller. So that always makes that kind of fun. I'm going to open this one up and see if we can't find some things that might work better with these blue tones in these two pieces here. And I'm sure we're going to find something. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Susan. You know what? I forgot I even had this, and I was shoving some clothes around in my closet, and there it was. It was folded over a hanger, and I thought, I forgot I even had that. The thing about it is, the way that they make these, I need to take a needle and thread and fix something in the back, at the back of my neck, because the one thing I do not like about these is the way they have made them, like for the front part. It's just plain, and they want to flop open, and then the seam, it doesn't have much of a, you would think they would put a wider piece across like this part so that if it flips out, it's got a finished edge, and it's not like that. And so I'm going to take the back and do something because I don't have a real long neck. And so those kinds of things, it just back there, it'll flip over backwards, and then the whole thing wants to turn out on the front. And I think that was one reason I kind of let's just find some things that are, I don't know, you gotta, I don't want to use all of those. Maybe a ticket, some kind of, oh, these would be kind of cool too, if we could find something in that tone. Oh, here's one that's kind of a dark gray blue. Let's use that. Try to put that on there. These are fun though, aren't they? What are some of your favorite things to use for kind of any kind of ephemera? And sometimes you can just kind of layer some of them together. I wish that text color was, you know what? Let's go back to this piece and just add some. Let's tear some off of here and put some more of that color back in. We kind of covered it all up. So I want some more of that color. I'd hoped it would show up better. What else you guys got going on today? So my oldest daughter is in town. I had to drive back and forth to the little airport over in Dallas yesterday to pick her up right during rush hour. That was fun. We probably live about 15-20 minutes from the DFW airport, and a bunch of us have started, if we fly, seeing if we can go on Southwest, because we have found out that you can take 2 bags for free. You can check 2 bags. So if you're doing something and you would need to check any baggage, that's kind of nice. It's twice as far. And clear over outside, downtown Dallas, and then we've got to, get back and forth. So when it's traffic, that's just not that fun. And that seems to be pretty much a typical time that those flights are coming from back and forth to Denver. But that's okay. It's a lot easier than driving, you guys. And once her daughter moved down here with her grandson, she's been making more regular trips up here. Can't imagine why, right? Any of you with grandkids, you probably know. I would too. I tell you what, I've made my share back and forth to Denver when we left a bunch of our peeps up there, or Minnesota when some of them moved back to Minnesota. So we don't have anybody left in Minnesota right now, so I'm kind of glad about that. I don't have to make that trip. And I actually haven't been to Denver, goodness, in a while. So my friend wants me to come and go with her to our reunion this year, our school reunion. I've never been to one. I don't know why she wants to go. She still lives in the Denver area. I don't know why she wants to go. I was not that involved with school things. We were real active where we went to church, and that was pretty much a lot of my social life. My mother didn't like to drive, so I really was never very active in things at school. Because she didn't, you got to have a ride. And, then when we moved to Minnesota, they had a thing for the kids, and they called it the activity bus. And so kids could, stay after school and still get a bus ride home. And I thought that was fantastic. How about you guys? Did you do a lot of things when you were in high school? I'm sure some of you did. I'm sure you were real active in something. Donna, me too. That's what your mine is. Hi, Marty. How are you doing? Yes, we do a lot for our kids. Angela, yes, there are so many fun things. And if he's got videos all the time about, his products. And if there's ever anything that you want to know about some of his products, you know, you can probably find something out about it. Oh, you know what? Look here. Here is something, this color. Let's add that in. I don't know, and tags are just kind of fun. You can add them to other things, other projects. Or you can just leave. Oh, almost got that off the wrong way. So that's got a blue. Look, that looks like that mimeograph color. Do any of you remember those? Who knows anybody that had to use those or make them? My dad taught school for the electrical. He was a licensed electrician. He was a master electrician, and he taught for years at the electrical apprenticeship. And I can remember him having to come home, and he would make these things. Basically a mimeograph thing. When they typed it out, it would actually cut the letters. Your typewriter would kind of cut the letters in this film thing that so basically you were kind of making a stencil. Isn't that really, it's so odd to think about that. I can still smell that. It was a distinct smell for what mimeograph fluid smelled like. And so who remembers anything like that? Did you ever have anything like that, you guys? Oh, Susan said yes, her sister was a teacher and just retired. Oh my goodness. You drove up to Golden to explore the town. Different topography than you imagine. Most people, when they come into Colorado, if you're coming from the east, you probably, their thing is colorful Colorado. Well, when you get there, until you can see mountains, I mean, it's flat. Some of it is, I venture to say, ugly. And it's not all pretty. And until you get into the mountains and up into, around Denver and, going up to the mountains, yeah, it's not gorgeous. I don't think. I feel like I can say that. My friend was telling me last summer, she goes, oh my gosh, she goes, you should come, you would be surprised what it looks like. She goes, everything is so green. And I go, you guys must have had a lot of rain. She goes, yes, she goes, we've just had so much moisture this year. And I'm just like thinking, yeah, by whenever that was, it was late in the summer. And I said, yeah, this is not the time of year that it looks real gorgeous out and about. Sure, if you water lawns and residential areas, sure, it's going to look okay. But just out in nature, it just is not pretty. Everything is just brown and icky looking. Okay, let's add something to this one, you guys. What shall we add? Should we add a little more text? I love the text, but let's try to find something else with some text instead of that. And you know what? When you make things like this, don't be afraid that maybe some of them look similar, because it can be kind of like ATC cards. It can be kind of like a collection. And, you could even write a little bit of info on. You could trade cards if you want to. That would be kind of fun. Let me see what I've got for trim over here. Oh, this is kind of fun. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I threw over here. There's kind of some dark. Ooh, that'd be pretty on that. Some little piece somewhere. Maybe I'll just run it all along the side. Maybe I'll just do that. Sometimes, if you haven't noticed, sometimes there's not really a rhyme or reason to what we do making this stuff, right? Debbie also sniffing the papers. For the mimeograph sheets. Oh my goodness. And you know what? I think I'm just gonna be real something. I'm just gonna even kind of pull this a little bit. Sometimes I get some glue or something and put it on the edge to keep it from fraying. I think I want it to look a little messy. Let's make it look messy on both these ends. You know, sometimes it's just fun to... That'll just add a little bit more texture. There, let's do that. And I'm just going to put a piece of, or a little dab of glue down the side. Put that on. I don't know. And you just keep working it. Pretty soon you have something and you're like, okay, that's probably enough of that. Let's see, I like to put words on too. We do have that. Let's see if we can find a fun little saying. I should make some fun little sayings. I should make some little little things that are more masculine. And if you didn't know, if you sign up for my newsletter right now, it's kind of a thank you gift. And you can find it in the featured section on my Facebook page. And I'll put that in the things on YouTube too. But in the description on the YouTube video. But if you sign up, then right now you get a sheet of, you can print it out and it's got all kinds of word strips for things for spring. Some of them are just two words, so they're short and sweet. And then others are a little phrase. And when you've got a little phrase that's too long, you can cut it apart. And let's do that right now. Let's find something here. These are so funny. You know, I'm going to use this one. It's not necessarily masculine, but it's funny. It says, I've got it all together, but I forgot where I put it. Oh, Molly, you're welcome. Yeah, I know Molly signed up. She got them. Did you like the words, Molly? Did you like the little word strips? Let's see. I don't know if I should put it up farther. We don't have anything up there. Let's just cut it into some small sections. Like this. And sometimes you can cut it where it makes, you know, more sense. But sometimes you just have to, you know, it doesn't matter. It's still going to say the same thing, right? I think I can get this on if I just trim it right here. Maybe I'll just have it cross onto that trim. Okay. And I don't even mind if it's on straight, you guys. Oh, yes, Molly said she liked the word strips. Wonderful. I hadn't gotten any feedback about that yet, so thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just going to rub that on there. Okay. Okay, look, we got one done. We just played and played, and I'm just going to call that done. And I'm going to put, let's see, let's put an eyelet in to run. And you don't have to. I mean, but I tell you what, a crocodile is a great tool to even just punch the hole. And, you know, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Because I don't have the rest of my eyelets sitting right here. Maybe I will just put another dab of glue right here. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we could find. Oh, this is kind of cool. I don't know though. that's, maybe I'll just put another dab of the same thing for a little bit of a tie. You know, if I do that and I've got two sides coming out, oh my goodness, not a fabric scissor. And you know, chipboard is sturdy enough that you don't really have to put an eyelet in. You know, an eyelet, if you've got something that you think is going to have a lot of use, then it's nice because it kind of protects your paper. But I just like put that in there like that. So now when we've got these, we've got 3, you know, and I like to do things in 3s, 1s or 3s or whatever. So that's why cutting this strip into 3 things, that makes me happy. So there we go. There's one. Got that one done. Let's finish up over here. Let's do some more of these. Okay. Let me scroll down my comments. I think my comments got stuck. Oh yes. Donna said she just was playing with the printable sheet purchased and got the letters and the signs that she wanted. That's good. We always like getting the things that we want and can be useful, right? Yes, there is a, you know what? Hang on a second, you guys. Oh my goodness. Let me wipe off my hands a little bit. Let me put a link in there. You know, I was trying to find how to get to the, let me see if I could find the post real quick. Sorry, talk amongst yourselves for just a moment. Just a moment, just a moment. I'm going to put this in our chat. I'll just pin this in case anybody else wants to. Oh, it's kind of, that turned into a long link, you guys. Sorry that turned into such a long link. That's because I copied it from that Facebook post. So, but anyway, there is the, man, that, sorry, you can, you know, and you can hide that. You don't have to look at that. You can hide that. So if that is bugging you, just hide it. Anyway, but that's where, that'll be a link if you want to, will that go there? It doesn't really look like a link. I don't know. Does it go there? I don't know. If not, look at the featured section, you guys. You can find it there. I think I'm just going to take that off, you guys. You can still, you know, click it there if you can find it. But, okay, let's get back to work here. So we got one done, and this one we've got started. We don't have anything on this guy yet. Let's see. Let's put some, let's put another little piece of text. I like using text. It doesn't even have to be much. Just put that on there. Get a little bit more of our gel. Oh, Sue said it did work. Okay. Thank you. Oh, man. I really got that buttered on there, didn't I? Oh, my. I should have used the other side. The other side had more text. Oh, goodness. Let's see what we can find to add real quick. This old car is kind of cute. Let's just use that. So I need something large to clean my fingers off. Something. There. I'm not even just going to put it crooked. How many of you have to have things kind of straight? You like your projects to be straight. Thank you, Donna. Hello, Louise. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us today. That's my new friend Louise over on Facebook. I hope that's how you say your name. You let me know, friends. Let me know if that's how you say your name. Okay, I gotta get a wet wipe. We always talk about wet wipes being our favorite craft room thing. I still don't know what I was gonna tell you about Christy. That just bugs me. Just bugs me. If you're gonna mention a friend, you should remember what you were gonna say, right? You know, now I tell you what I want to do on this one. I want a little bit of trim, or let me see if I can find that cardboard I was using yesterday. Here it is. I really liked using this and being able to pin something through it. So when you use cardboard, see, this is, cardboard has this corrugated piece in between. And so you can peel off the front, you can peel off the back, you can leave little pieces, like curled up if you want to, whatever you want to do. Now this is kind of a small piece. Actually, maybe I'll use it on that one instead. So we've got a little more space to work with. Well, I don't want to cut it. It'll make I want it to have a more natural feel than if I cut it. Okay. Don't want that much of it. I'll just peel some off. I don't know if I like that or not. Actually, I think I want less. Less and less. What kind of glue am I using? This in this little bottle here is called Reptile glue. And I really like it. I put it in these small little needle nose applicator bottles. And this that I'm using is a Liquitex matte medium gel. I like to use that. So I'm just going to butter that on here. Put a little bit on here. I'm just going to run it up the side again. No, that's exactly what I did on the other one, you guys. I guess I just like the stuff going up the side. But I want to do that so I can pin something there. And let's add a little bit of ink to it, because it's such a different color. We'll just do this and kind of make it blend with our project a little bit better. Like that. Now, I thought it would be fun to make I was thinking about putting a dangly thing through here. You know what though? I know. Let's do this. Let's put an eyelet in. So I'm going to do my hole right here. I'm going to put it in. Oh, I know what I was going to say about Christy. She was so sweet to help me yesterday. I saw on her page she had in the featured event like events that she's going to be in. And there were several of them lined up. There were like 3 of them showing. And they were just little small, segments showing where she was going to be. And because, she can set those up ahead of time. I can set mine up ahead of time. But I had never seen a place to where you could add them like all together like that. And so she was so sweet and took several screenshots on her phone and told me exactly how to walk through that. And I tell you what, doing things on your phone is sometimes just different than doing it on your computer. I tend to work at my computer a lot. It's just easier for me. I don't know if that's just because I'm old and used to it. I don't know. So now I'm just going to put the eyelet in, and the little part that is sticking down, the little pin thing, it goes from the top. So your finished part of your eyelet, you stick that in here. And there's several, those little cube things rotate around, and depending on what size of something you're using, that is, you know, they spin around like that. So I always keep my little sheet that came with it, because they pop up like this and then they will spin. And so depending on what you need, that's how you select it. Okay, so now I'm going to find, I don't know. Oh, I see something fun to use. Let's, maybe, I can pull it out. No, that's too, no. Let's use this for our tie. It's kind of like a little yellowy gold color. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going to put it in there. And I like to go from the front to the back when I do these things and loop them and pull them through. Oh, my time is almost over. I got to get cracking here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I've talked so much. I've only gotten 2 tags done. Oh, I can believe it. Don't be fooled. I can believe it. Okay. All right. And thanks so much for all of you. And I don't know, I don't even remember now if I told you that Jeannie's going to be on after me. Let's make something to make like a little dangle, you guys. Oh, that's really short. These are really long ones. That's okay. We can put several on there. It's like a little eye pin. And here's my little tool to crimp it around. And let's find some little beads to use. Those are too small. Sorry, just a second. Now let me move this whole thing down so I can reach it. Okay. Oh, it's so dusty. Goodness sakes. That's even from being in a closet. Okay. Let me see what we've got here. Be kind of fun. Oh, you know what? I see some that would be really fun to use. Let's use some of these. Oh, my fingers have got so much glue on them now. Where's the hole for that? Oh, interesting. It's kind of on the side. Well, I don't really like that together right beside it. Let's find something else. Okay, here's some teeny-tiny things. Bedazzle me. What a hoot. You know, I bought these at some point when I thought I would really enjoy doing bead work. I really never used them that much. And then when I started seeing people doing little dangly things, I'm like, well, that's fun. I like that. That's a fun idea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got all kinds of stuff. It's like when I saw people doing mixed media for the first, time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got zillions of things I could use for that. So we'll just put this on here. I don't really have any. Well, and that's okay. I mean, we don't have to go with a whole bunch of different colors. Oh, I don't know. Let's put a red though. It'd be kind of fun. Oh, these all have these weird little things in the side. I really like that. I know, right, Molly? Sometimes we have so many things and we just forget that we have them. Especially when we don't use them all the time. I opened up a drawer I have over here at the side of me. It's actually like, you know, those big red kinds of tool cabinets that usually it's the guys that have them. Well, this is the mama that has it here. And so yeah, I just have tons of stuff like that, and you know, I use it. And I do have the drawers labeled though. I used one of those cool little things and labeled it all because I knew I would never remember where all the stuff was if I didn't. I'm just gonna, there's really no rhyme or reason to this. Just fun. It's just fun, you guys. I'll just put another one on there. And then I'm just going to call that done. And while I have safely not spilled beads all over, I will close these. I will close them up. Oh, I can't even imagine what that would be like if all those seed bead things fell out. So now I'm just going to take this down here and I'm gonna put it through here. Gosh, I haven't done this in so long. Put it here, and there's a little hole out here on the side, and you just tuck it in kind of tight like that. So you've got it going straight out there, and then you just give it a nice squeeze, and then you've got your little loop. So you've got that all cut like that. And let me just grab a little bulb pin again. Shoot, where are they? Oh, did I lay them out somewhere? Well, now I don't see them. I'm sure they're right here. Babies go. They're in a tiny little box. Oh, there they are. Like, I know those are there. You guys, and sometimes, like, I've got a bunch of things that I bought, like, kind of like a year ago, like after Christmas. And, you know, like all these white ones, there's clear ones. I mean, you know, you have different colors that you're going to use. You can use green and red at other times of the year. And so that was a great time to pick up things like that, is after, you know, when they start the Christmas sales. That thing fell out. It's a little doodad. So I can put more of these on here if I want. I could put like a little charm on here with it. The little charms that I have are silver. But then I can, you know, stick this through here and just, you know, close my pin right there. Then we just got a little something, a little funny thing. I was thinking about pinning it over here, but you know, that's kind of fun. Just put it on there. And especially since I don't have any other words or anything on here, so it can just, you know, dangle around. I would probably do another one or something, so that if I'm going to have a dangly thing, I'd probably have it more interesting than just like this. And you guys, we're going to watch, let me see though. Let's see what we've got here. See exactly. So if I put like one dangly thing, a little charm, and make another little small dangle thing, I think that would be fun. Oh, here's a little key. Keys are always fun. There's a little bicycle. There's a lot of things that we could put on here that would be kind of fun. I almost feel like it needs to be a little bit larger though. Flowers, you know, maybe a little leaf. A little leaf could be that. And if you want this to be kind of a different color, oh, what about a sunshine? That sun is kind of large. I don't really like that one. I like it, but not for this. I'm just going to put a leaf on here. And if you want the leaf to be a little bit different color, just take it and just, you know, put a little bit of ink on it. And, you know, now it's kind of toned it down a little bit. It's not so bright and shiny. Like, I don't know. Can you tell the difference? It's just a little bit, you know, toned down. And so that's always a fun way, you know, to do some, except now that's going to go the other way. It needs to have like a jump ring in it. Here's one that's going the right way. It'll lay flat. So, you know, just some fun doodads to put on your things. But Jeanie is going to follow me. Get the 1.5. There we go. 1.5. What is 1.5, Molly? I don't know. But anyway, so we got these couple things done. So here's kind of like the collection. Here's from yesterday. Where's the other one? Here's the one here. This one. We made this today. And we're just about done with this one. I'll finish this up while I'm sitting here and take a picture. So come back and check it all out. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me today. You know I always appreciate you being here with me. And love crafting. Come hang out and craft with me anytime. You guys take care. Bye-bye.